it might take you guys to catch up, but I'm here and I'm planning on doing a reading. And I got a song. I'm probably going to go ahead and get started with that. I'm going to give everybody just a few minutes to kind of catch up, to realize I'm live. I'm coming live at a different time today because of my Easter holiday with my family. And there might not be a lot of participation because I noticed holidays can go either way, actually. Sometimes holidays are really popular times and sometimes they're not. Because not everybody has family and not everybody's happy during holidays. Some people are lonely. Some people have toxic families. Some people have, too much drama when they go to their family, so they don't stay long. There's a lot of different ways that things can play out on holidays. But just be safe out there. No drinking and driving. Call somebody to come and get you or call an Uber. Most places now will pay for you a safe way home if you tell them you've had too much to drink. Go home. Anyway, I've had a pretty good day. I do want to say that right before I started the reading, storm clouds began to form. And now it's pouring rain outside. So there's a storm coming, collective. But when this storm passes, it's going to clear a lot of stuff out of your life that didn't belong anyway. And you're going to feel so much lighter and so much freer and so much happier. Your joy is going to be restored. I feel that Spirit is working on restoring joy to a lot of us who have not had such a great time of it lately. Some of us have really struggled lately. So just know that I'm here. I'm not going anywhere. I'm going to continue to be here for you, okay? Let's see what Dale wants. Hold on. I'll share. I think I can do it that way. Hey there, how are you? Thank you guys for being here. I was trying to share this current video with someone that was asking me how they could watch. So I'm just looking for a way to share. And I'm going to get started in just a moment. I was waiting for you guys to show up. Hudson, hi Hudson, hi Claire. Hello you guys. Thank you for saying hi to me. Thank you for being here. BJ Brazos, thank you for saying hi to me. You guys are awesome. Thank you all for being here. I'm just going to tell this guy where the channel is because he's asking. And then we're going to get started. And we can do some Q&A in between, however you guys want to do it. I'm here for you to serve you in any way that I can. I do have a reading. Great, Blaze. I'm doing well. Thank you for asking. I'm doing well. Happy birthday, Claire. It's my daughter's birthday, too. She turned 20 today. I went to my mom's to celebrate the holiday, but I had to leave early because they were just too negative. And my disease that I have can't handle negativity. And I don't play any Minecraft. I'm sorry. I don't. I hope you have a wonderful birthday, though, Claire. I was really looking forward to celebrating my daughter's birthday with her, but they were so nasty to me, and I don't deserve that. Right now, I need to be lifted up and encouraged, and if that's what I'm gonna get, then I gotta go. Because right here where I'm at, I'm peaceful. There's nothing but peace here. I did get some good news. My best friend called and she's found me a potential roommate, and he's from Mexico, so he'll be staying. He has a very good job, a nice car. I don't know him yet. I haven't met him, but I said as long as he can pay the bills, he's fine to be here. And yeah, amazing, right? I told you, Spirit's about to do some amazing things, but he'll pay enough to cover the entire mortgage. I'm going to charge 500 for the room. He has a furnished room with beautiful furniture, solid cherry wood furniture, and his own bathroom, and then he'll have the whole living room and the kitchen for 500 a month plus half the utilities. And my mortgage is only 480 something, so that'll cover my whole mortgage. I won't have to worry about that, and I can focus on my car payment and my half the utilities and the other little bills that I owe, and I can hopefully survive. And I have on good authority that I am going to get that job next week, and I'm probably going to be going back to work. But it's going to be okay. If I can't work, I still have the disability that I'm going to continue to pursue the disability because I think it's time for me to get it. And then I can still work so many hours per month without losing that disability because I used to actually help people with disabilities find employment, so I know how it works. Anyway, thank you guys so much for being here. Linda, why do you keep coming back and being so rude? There's no need for you to do that, sweetheart. Spirit's already told you that you're gifted and that you have a soulmate, and that's why you keep coming here, because you know it's not phony. But I forgive you. What are my passions, Kirby? This is my passion. Thank you, Claire. Thank you, baby. You are loved too. This is my passion, loving people. I love to help people. I work in human services. I'm a human services professional. I have a master's degree in that, and it's my major was addictions and recovery. So I actually am a recovery counselor. But I have a bachelor's degree in psychology for Christian counseling. So I'm also a Christian counselor. I'm passionate about helping people. I'm passionate about my animals. I love my bird, Cosmo. He's in the kitchen window looking at the rain. He's a little Kaik parrot. It's about that big. I love my dog, Otto. I'm passionate about my family. I love scripture. I love music. Oh my God, music is what keeps me going. I don't watch much TV anymore because I can't see good and I can't hear good. But I like to play on my phone. I like to be out in the yard. I love to go to the beach. Um, I love to travel, but I can't. I don't have the ability right now, the financial ability. But if I could, I would never stop traveling. I would just like get a backpack and just go. I'd have to take my animals, of course. So I don't know how that would work, but we would figure it out. But I would love to see some places in the world that I've never seen before. That's on my bucket list before I leave this earth, is to see some places. You know what, Linda? Linda is actually somebody who I have interacted with somewhere along the way, and they're spamming me because they're angry with me because I probably blocked them because they were probably trying to scam me out of money. And so it's probably not even a woman, it's probably a man, but I've completely blocked her from the channel. Hey, we talked on the phone. Okay, cool. How are you? McFreeze, J Freeze. Yeah, a lot of people have tried to do that to me. Hello, hello, hello. A shout out for whose birthday? Good to talk to you again, McFreeze. Whose birthday is it? And I'll give them a shout out, absolutely. Thank you, Claire. Thank you for all of your encouragement and all your positive affirmations. Thank you, sweetheart. His name is Nick Kerr. Nick Kerr, happy birthday! Celebrating on the sea Kyle. Happy birthday to Nick Kerr, celebrating his birthday today. I hope you have the most spectacular birthday ever and that you have many, many more to come. And I love you, sweetheart. Thank you. Happy Zombie Jesus Day. That's a good way to put it. Happy Easter, yes. Happy Resurrection Day. That's right, I can and I am. And it's not the first time. I didn't get these gray hairs. That's wisdom. That is right there is wisdom. And if you know anything about dyeing hair, this is the most resistant part of their head. You can dye your hair and you can spend, it cost me $130 to get mine done. And this right here will come through within 2 weeks. It's already popping through again. So I just stopped getting it done. Thank you, McFreeze. Thank you. You're so kind. All right, so let's go ahead and get started on the reading. And those of you who are sticking around, thank you for doing that. I appreciate you. Malaya, welcome to the channel. Thank you for coming back. Happy Easter to you. Also, Elevator has guide rail. Interesting names you guys have. Strong spiritual eyes. You, Kabbalah. Yes. Shape-shifting matrix mind. Yes. I would say yes. Yes, absolutely. I've experienced some wild things in life. Thank you, Claire. You're so sweet. Thank you, baby. All right, so the song I got for this reading is called 7 Years Old. And I know you've heard it. It's Lucas Graham, I think. And then what this reading is ultimately about is it's about how we grow up so fast. And some of us make some kind of wild, decisions along the way that kind of shape who we become later. And our parents try and give us guidance and we don't always listen. So let me pull that up and we're going to let Spirit give us like the shape of the reading. Lucas Graham, 7 years old. I think he was like a one-hit wonder. I don't think he's made any more songs but this one, but it was a good one. I have to give it to him. It goes like this. Once I was 7 years old, my mama told me, go make yourself some friends or you'll be lonely. Once I was 7 years old. It was a big, big world, but we thought we were bigger, pushing each other to the limits. We were learning quicker. By 11, smoking herb and drinking bourbon liquor. Never rich, so we were out to make the steady figure. Once I was 11 years old. My daddy told me, go get yourself a wife or you'll be lonely. Once I was 11 years old. I always had that dream like my daddy before me. So I started writing songs. I started writing stories. Something about the glory just always seemed to bore me. 'Cause only those I really love will ever really know me. And that's true. Once I was 20 years old, my story got told before the morning sun when life was lonely. Once, and see, some of us are very lonely. Once I was 20 years old, Lucas Graham. I only see my goals. I don't believe in failure because I know the smallest voice, they can make it major. And see, that's what Spirit was saying yesterday is I can use anybody. You don't have to be perfect. You just have to be willing to let me use you. I got my boys with me, at least those in favor. And if we don't meet before I leave, I hope I'll see you later. Once I was 20 years old. My story got told. I was writing about everything I saw before me. Once I was 20 years old. Soon we'll be 30 years old. Our songs have been sold. We're traveling around the world and we're rolling and we're still roaming. Soon we'll be 30 years old. I'm still learning about life. My woman brought children for me so I can sing them all my songs and I can tell them stories. Most of my boys are with me. Some are still out seeking glory, and some I had to leave behind. My brother, I'm still sorry. Soon I'll be 60 years old. My daddy got 61. His daddy died at 61. My husband died at 63. Remember life, and then your life becomes a better one. I made a man so happy when I wrote a letter once. I hope my children come and visit once or twice a month. Soon I'll be 60 years old. Will I think the world is cold? Or will I have a lot of children who can warm me? Soon I'll be 60 years old. Soon I'll be 60 years old. Will I think the world is cold, or will I have a lot of children who can warm me? Sorry. Soon I'll be 60 years old. Once I was 7 years old. My mama told me, go make yourself some friends or you'll be lonely. Once I was 7 years old. Once I was 7 years old. So what he's saying is it comes back to what you learned in the very beginning. You got to make friends or you'll be lonely. And hopefully you'll have children who will warm you. But they don't always do that. Mine rarely ever come to see me. And when I see them, they're disrespectful. They're angry. They're not mad at me. They're mad at themselves for not spending more time with their dad before he passed. Because they were told that he was not a good person and that I was not a good person. And so they probably need to get therapy because I am a good person and I have been since they were very young. But sometimes we get stuck in what happened to us when we were 7 years old. And before you know it, you're going to be 60 still holding those same grudges against people. And you don't even remember why. Your reason is distorted because memory is not reliable. We do not remember things. As much as we like to think we remember things correctly, we don't. That's a statistical fact. Our memories are not reliable. Thank you, Susan. You know how to play the piano? That's awesome. Music is so important. That's right. You have to forgive. That's an important thing. And it's not that you're doing it for them. You're doing it for yourself. Because, you can be angry with someone and they have moved on and gone on with their life and they have no idea you're even angry and you're still letting them rent space in your head for free when you could just be free of that. And see, I think that's why the storm is significant because there's a storm coming. Something is going to shake up the energy around us. There could be a tower moment in this reading. But there's something that's got to come to a close. The death card could also come out. I feel that the high priestess could come out. I feel that the empress and the emperor could come out. We have a lot going on in this collective. We have a lot of major things happening in our lives astrologically. Spirit is moving things around. It feels like things are falling apart for some of us, but what's happening, and you have to keep this in mind, and I want you to keep saying it over and over and over again. Things are not falling apart. They're falling into place. Keep saying that to yourself and believe it because it's true. I've seen it. I will soon be 60 years old. I have lived a lot longer than most of you. And I can tell you that soon you will be 60 years old. So live your life to the fullest. And when things get hard, just don't give up. Just keep fighting. Just keep putting one foot in front of the other and trusting that Spirit has a plan, even when you can't see it. Because sometimes it's going on in the background and you can't see it. But one day, all of a sudden, boom, everything falls into place. And then you go, oh, wow, now I see why all that happened. I'm in such a better place. God has moved me to where I needed to be. It happened to me over and over. There's been so many times in my life that God has taken care of me. When I left my husband from here with nothing but the clothes on my back, my dog, and my car. And I ended up in my car at the rest stop, sleeping in my car. And I told Otto, my dog, I said, God's got us, baby. We're not going to stay in this car very long. I said, God is going to take care of us. The next morning when I woke up, I got out. I let him out to go to the bathroom. It was about 9 a.m. And the phone rang, and it was a good friend of mine. And she was like, did you ever leave your husband? And I said, yeah, actually I did recently. She said, where are you staying? And I said, well, to be honest with you, I'm homeless. I stayed in my car last night. And she said, what? She was mad. She said, you should never do that. You know that you can always come to me, and I'll do whatever I can to help you. You could have stayed with me until you got on your feet. And she said, but actually my mom is in dire straits right now, where we need somebody to stay overnight with Mom because she's 100. She just turned 100. So that was when I went to stay with Miss Mary. So see, I thought that it was the end of the world. I was sleeping in my car. I didn't know what I was going to do next. And all of a sudden the phone rang and it changed everything. It wasn't things falling apart. It was things falling in place. Living with Miss Mary for 6 years. She's still alive. She's 106 now. And I just stopped working for her because I got a really good job working for the state. And then I lost that job, and I've lost the other jobs. It's been nothing but hell since I left Miss Mary. I should have stayed with Miss Mary until she died, and then figured it out from there. But I didn't know that. I thought that I needed to chase that paper so I could pay this mortgage. And I'm finding out that I'm sicker than I realized, that my health had declined more than I knew. And I was in perfect health until my husband died. But something about death, the older you get, it takes a toll on you physically. When you're younger, it does too, but you don't notice it as much. But the stress of death has aged me. I look so much older than I did 6 years ago. It was actually 7 years ago, I think, now. When COVID hit, it's almost been 7 years. Anyway, let's get started. Spirit, how are you working? Let's get a prayer. Prayer for this collective. Oh, no. Spirit just said you haven't lit your candles. Oh, 1 second. And I want you to know that this is not going to be like any other channel you go to on YouTube. This is going to be different than anything you're used to when it comes to readings. Because I'm not sitting here trying to be somebody I'm not. I'm going to be me. And I might be a hot mess sometimes. Sometimes I might have it all going on. I'm normal. I'm human. I'm just like you. And I'm not here to tell you how to live. I'm here to show you how I'm getting through, and hope that you'll let me know what's going on with you, and we can heal together. We can make it through this together, because life is life, and it shows up. We got to show up for it. And sometimes it can be hard, like it's hard for me right now. But it's going to be okay. It's going to be good again. And when it gets good again, it's going to be better than it was before. Because when this kind of stuff happens, it's God shaking shit up to make things better. He's not making it fall apart. He's making it fall into place. It's your perspective, collective. I'm a poet, and I am a poet. I write poetry and I write song lyrics. So I can relate to this Lucas Graham guy. I wonder what happened to him. All right, what do you got to say, Spirit? Prayer for us. Dear God, thank you for giving me my family to love and care for. Help me to share with them your Spirit's warmth and love as you bless them with grace and peace. May we as one family live with you forever in heaven. Amen. And see, right now, that's what we were just talking about is how he had to listen to his mother tell him, go out and make some friends, son, or you'll be lonely. Thank you guys for being here. I'm so glad. Hi, Frank. What's up? How are you? Good to have you. I think I've seen you here before. Happy Easter to you as well. All right, so we're going to get started. I'm going to pull virtue cards and see how Spirit's working in this collective. Generosity. There's somebody in your life. Self-control came out. So you're going to be, that's a Sagittarius vibe. You're going to be at peace. Somebody's generous. Somebody's going to be real generous to you. And you're going to have peace and self-control. And look, you're going to have that courage that you needed yesterday. Another thing about this channel is every video will every video plays off the yesterday's video. If you didn't see it, go back and watch it, because today's video is going to be like part 2 to that. Every video is in like the next chapter of Spirit is just talking about our lives. So if you miss one, go back and watch it, because you probably missed something you needed to see. All right. So someone's going to be generous. That's beautiful. This could be you. You might be very generous. And generosity is more than just giving people money. It can be giving your time, your talents. It can be like being an encourager, like Claire. She's such an encouraging person. What's going on, Bob? What's wrong, baby? Hey, Noob. What's up, sweetie? Calm down, Bob. Calm down and tell me what's wrong. Of course, Noob. What's up? You got a traumatic brain injury? I'm so sorry, baby. What's up, Noob? What's the shout out? I'm here for you, Bob. I'm here for you, baby, okay? We're going to get something from Spirit, and Spirit's going to especially speak to you, okay? Listen to Claire. Claire's telling you. Claire's got the gift of encouragement. What's your shout out, Noob? I'm going to help Bob along the way. Bob, we got you, baby, okay? We're here for you. We want you to know we're here for you. We love you. And this is a safe place for you to share what's going on with you. There's nothing harder in this life. Let me tell you, collective. There's nothing harder in this life than being a normal human being, or whatever is quote unquote normal, and getting a head injury and losing your ability to take care of yourself and having to be institutionalized, live in group homes, take medications. I have known people that were in the epitome and the height of their career, and they got a head injury and no fault to, nothing they did wrong, just somebody hit them with a car, or they got hit by a car, or they fell, or whatever happened to them, they got hit with something in the head, and they got that injury to their brain caused them to never be the same. There's nothing more traumatic for a human being than to lose control. But Spirit is saying that you are going to have control, Bob. You're going to have control. Okay? Spirit's going to help you to have control. People are going to be generous to you with their compassion, with their consideration. And if money, they might, some people may even help you with money. Not on this channel necessarily, I'm just saying in your life in general. And you're going to have peace where you have that anxiety and that depression. Spirit's going to give you peace, Bob, okay? I want you to listen to Spirit today. Spirit has a message for everyone here, Okay, it's going to resonate with all of you, but Spirit is especially going to speak through this message to you, Bob, okay? And I want you to know that I am so sorry that you have had to endure that kind of thing in life, because there is nothing more devastating than to endure a head injury and to have it take all the control away from you. Sometimes I've seen people who were working in $150,000 a year careers, and even more. Maybe they were making that in a month, and a head injury ended them up in a group home with people who were nonverbal and had autism on the highest end of the spectrum you can get. And they were locked inside of a prison of their own mind and could not talk and say things the way they used to. They couldn't communicate the way they used to. They couldn't dress themselves anymore. You know, a head injury can do all kinds of things to you, but it changes a person. They're never going to be the same. The only way they can ever be the same is if God divinely gives them healing. And I would highly encourage you to continue to see your doctors, because I know you're seeing doctors. And I would also highly encourage you to meditate, because meditation has a magical way of bringing our bodies back into equilibrium, and that might help to give you some healing from your head injury. I'm not promising you anything, but I'm telling you, in my experience, it can reverse the aging process, and it can reverse the process where we have dis-ease. It brings us back at ease, okay? So remember, meditation, it start out slow. Maybe if you have a lot of anxiety, it's going to be hard to slow your thoughts down. So be gentle with yourself. Don't try to go, 2 hours the first time. 2 minutes. And then once you can see that light in your third eye and you can focus on that and you can empty your mind of all of your thoughts, maybe go 2 more minutes and just build from there until you get to the place where you'll start to see yourself physically changing from meditation. It'll help you with weight loss. It can help you with all sorts of things. And so I'm preaching to the choir, I'm going to have to do the same thing because of my own illness. But I'm just saying I know what works, okay? All right, so we have generosity, peace, and self-control so far, and that's all we have. We're gonna get the cards out, and this feels kind of circumstantial. What's going on here? Something happened here. Show me what happened here. Or do we want to do home life, work life? Spirit said, what's happening here? Something's happening and it's causing a storm. What happened here? Show me what happened here. You're on the same team. You can't pack your bags, but you effed up. So you did something to F up. And you can't pack your bags, but you're on the same team. Maybe you're on the same team and for some reason you don't want somebody to leave just because you messed up. It's almost like you're being asked to leave because you messed up. Alright, what's being hidden? Somebody messed up though. That love can hurt like hell. Breathe through that shit. So whatever happened here has really caused you to be in pain. You feel like somebody messed up. You were on the same team, but you shouldn't have packed your bags because that caused you to mess up. And secretly, this is causing someone a lot of pain. All right, and what's being shown? That interrupting is for assholes. Let them finish. And go on a real effing date. Smell good and get your sexy on. So somebody interrupted a real date. You may have been spending time with your family and you just got up and left because somebody fucked up. I'm going to just say it like it's spelled right out right here. You effed up. Yeah, it's your fault. Say that out loud. I'm sorry. So you're on the same team and they're saying you shouldn't have packed your bags. By doing that, you effed up. And now you caused hurt feelings. And they're like, you interrupted our good time we were having together. All right, what's going to happen next? You're going to agree to disagree. That's you see life differently. That's life with another person, good times. So you see it one way and they see it another. You're going to open your mouth and talk to somebody about this and not fucking say it. So there's something you want to say, but you're not going to say it. And sometimes it's better not to say things, right? Sometimes it's better not to say things. And so maybe that's, you're going to just agree to disagree and not tell them, your point of view. Because it's okay to let other people be right, even when they're not. It's okay to just be like, whatever. You don't have to explain yourself to them. Whatever went down here, I feel like was necessary. And they don't see it from your perspective. They only see it from theirs. And they feel like you did the wrong thing when you left. But one of you was doing too many chores. One of you was doing more than the other. And it had something to do with opening your mouth. Like maybe you were trying to talk to somebody and they told you to shut up. What did happen here? Why did you pack your bags? Because it was personal. This was something personal. For you, this was something personal. And you didn't want to spend time with this person. Because one of you was doing too many chores. You were doing it all by yourself. Nobody was helping you. And you were like, I'm not going to put up with this. I am not going to put up with this. You don't help me pay my bills. You can't tell me to shut up. If I have something I need to say, it is personal. All right, what else went on here? Something else went on here. Spirit's showing me another deck. Hold on. What's the vibe that caused this whole situation? What's the vibe that caused this? Woo. Somebody was not smelling the roses. They felt trapped and they were daydreaming. They had their head in the clouds. They were delusional when it came to their hopes and dreams. And they felt stuck like they had no options and unforgiveness. And they couldn't smell the roses. Slow down and take some time to smell the roses and be in nature. So they were trying to do things too fast and they felt trapped. That's why they couldn't pack their bags, because they were trapped. You were stuck where you were. You couldn't go anywhere. So you were on the same team. You were with these people. These were your tribe, your family, whoever. And you couldn't leave. But you felt like you had fucked up. Maybe somebody else, you didn't want somebody else to leave. But they felt trapped. They felt like you were daydreaming and that you don't know how to slow down. You needed to slow down because this person feels trapped and somebody was daydreaming. Alright. Why did you feel like love hurt like hell? That's the secret. This is secretly it hurt you. Secretly whatever was done here, it hurt you. Because at the time you felt like you were drowning. At the time you felt like you were drowning and nobody gave a shit. Nobody was throwing you a lifeline. Or maybe it wasn't the time for you to go through this. Somebody was hitting rock bottom. Overextended, over their head. At the time, they were in over their head. And I think that somebody said something they shouldn't have here. Why is interrupting for assholes and go on a real date here? What was the vibe with that? And excuse my mouth, but that's what these cards say. And if it's offensive, I apologize. Woo! I'm never meaning to offend anyone, I can assure you. I would never hurt a flea. Okay. This is about a family. Somebody has a dirty little secret. They know the down low, and this could be about a sex fix. So somebody's having an affair, And this is causing your family to go through it's causing some bad decisions. Your family and thrills are here. Your family is not thrilled with the fact that you have a dirty little secret. Alright, and what's the outcome for you agreeing and not saying anything? You're hopeful. And you're not longing for things to be stagnant. You don't want things, you're going to be hopeful that things won't get more stagnant than they already are. And you want to be happy. You just want to be happy. You don't want all this heaviness all the time. You felt like you were drowning at the time, and there was a lot of stuff going on in your family. There was just too much going on in your family. And somebody knew somebody's secrets. And this made them feel trapped. And they were like, quit daydreaming. Wake up. What was the truth about this person that they were saying was daydreaming? What was the truth? They were having an epiphany about karmics and divine feminine. Somebody's having an epiphany about karmics and divine feminine, and that's what's causing the storm. Okay. What was that? Hold on one second. I don't know what to say to that. I don't know what to say anymore. Sometimes it just gets to the point where you don't know what to say to somebody anymore, because the way they're acting doesn't make sense. On the top of the deck now we have F feelings. You have logic for a reason. Use it. So it's like somebody who doesn't care about feelings. Oh, this is such a hard reading. Spirit, how are you working here? Woo! The world came out. Remember I said something needed to come to an end? Something's ending. There's a chapter of your life. Once I was 7 years old. Soon I'll be 60 years old. Every time you hit anniversary birthday, like 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, that's a chapter of your life. When your high school years, that's a chapter of your life. Your college years is a chapter of your life. Middle age is a chapter. When you're elderly, that's a chapter. And then you come into death and dying, which is also a chapter. Being born, going to school, preschool, elementary school, all of those are cycles in life that you have to go through. And sometimes we can have karmic cycles, and it looks like somebody is realizing that they were maybe in a karmic cycle with somebody, and it's time for that to end, because you're just sick of it. You get tired of it, right? Alright, and show me what's the energy to overcome here. At least we got a full deck. Yesterday, the devil was hiding in another deck. There's the wheel that we saw yesterday. If you watched yesterday's reading, there was a wheel on the bottom of the deck. Somebody's using bad judgment or has used bad judgment, and there's a wheel. So essentially, you're going to get karma because of whatever your bad judgment was. Death on the bottom of the deck. That's one of the cards we said would maybe come out. And what's going to pull it together? Because that would definitely pull it together. It's going to take spirit really pulling this together. It's going to come down to you having no choice about something. And you're going to manifest your way out of this situation. So you're going to have no choice. It's like Spirit's putting you in a position in life. Have you ever been in a position in life where you had no choice? When you had to do what you had to do. And that's where you're finding yourself. But that's what's going to actually make this not fall apart, but fall in place. Is that Spirit's going to narrow it down. Because sometimes as human beings, when we have way too many choices, we end up making the wrong one. But when Spirit narrows it down to only one, we know that's the right choice. Because Spirit is saying, this is all you have left. This is your only option now. And so that's where some of us are at, is this is your only option for whatever is going on here. This is your only option. So you got to take it, okay? You have to take whatever's coming. And it's coming through a wheel where somebody, maybe not you, but somebody did not see this correctly. They aren't seeing the truth. They're just not seeing the truth. And they could be very well, this is justice. Wait a minute. This is justice. An injustice happened. Something happened to you that was not your fault. And you're going to get a wheel because of it. Damn. And this is bringing you no choice. That's a hard spot. And it could go any way. I don't know what's going to go. I don't know. I don't know what's coming out. But something's fixing to come out of this reading. Something major has happened here. I'm going to try to find out what. All right. Let me intuitively see if I can find out a little bit more. How did this happen? Somebody was pretending. And what were they hiding? Because they were pretending that they were in a commitment. Somebody was in a secret commitment. And what was being shown? So they were pretending to be, somebody got pissed off. A friend of yours got pissed. Your friend is angry because you were pretending and there was a secret commitment. So what's going to happen next? You're going to focus on yourself. You're going to have a new love. And you're not going to miss them. Because it's going to be only you. So somebody here's got new love coming. I don't know what that means to you. But if you've been pretending like you're not in a secret commitment and you are, your friend is going to get angry. Why is your friend getting angry? I know we said that was going to happen next, but because you're incomparable and they didn't want to have this be a regret. They wanted you to take it slow, but it looks like you're moving on to someone new. Or they feel like you are. Show me how the new love feels. The new love is online dating and it's only you. So you're online dating with this new love and it's only you. Focusing on yourself, not missing somebody. And it's this one that was pretending. Why do you not miss the one? Oh, it was a divine union. So the one that you don't miss is the divine union. And I think it's this friend over here that's gotten angry because you were incomparable and they regret this. They were too arrogant. That happens all the time in these relationships. So what's going to be the outcome of the new love? You got away because of secret love. Make them prove it. You're going to have differences. And you're not going to get another chance in divine timing. So the new love is going to be temporary. What's going to happen with the divine union? You can't move on, but it just won't work. You can't move on. And somebody can't work or won't, something about work and overthinking. Well, what are you going to do about it? Nothing. This person won't change. Why are they so resistant to change? Because Spirit wants you to let them go. So this divine union, you need to let them go. You need to don't let them get in your head. Get them out of your head. Stop obsessing on them. If not, you're going to ruin a relationship with somebody new that you've met online that's really, really into you. Divine timing, and you're not giving somebody another chance because of differences. You're going to make them prove something, and it has to do with a secret love, and you got away. So somebody was pretending like they were in a commitment with you, and I think it was this divine union. They weren't really in a commitment with you. This could be all the same person for some of you. This could all be the same person. This person, you're saying, I don't miss you. You're just a new love. I'm focusing on myself. I'm letting them go. They wouldn't change. They wouldn't work. I can't move on because they were incomparable. But I don't regret this. I am pissed because now we're not friends. It was a divine union. I'm dating online. It's only you in divine timing. I'm not giving you another chance. Too many differences. I have to constantly make you prove that you don't have a secret love and a commitment and that you haven't gotten away from me and you've been pretending. I think it could be all one person. And I don't think it's not a healthy situation for you to be in. And you're hopeful that you won't have to be longing and that this won't be stagnant. Collective, wake up. Right here. Right here. Divine feminine. Karmic. Wake up. You're having a karmic relationship. You're trapped. You need to get out of this trapped place you're in, daydreaming about this divine union. I don't think it is a divine union. I think it's a karmic relationship. And you have convinced yourself that it's a divine union. And your family is like, they're having an affair and chasing thrills. Your family knows about this and they're not happy. And they feel like that's why you're drowning right now. I guess. That's kind of the feel this has. I'm just being honest with you. Okay, let's find out what's the truth, though, because that's just what people are feeling. That's the vibe. That don't mean you might be misinterpreting the vibe because you might not know everything that's going on here. You could not have all the information that you need about the situation. So now I want to find out what's really going on with this person. Okay, I want to look at because the tarot is going to reveal what's really going on here. That was just perception of other people. The first thing I want to know is flat out: is this divine union a divine union? Because it might not be. It was looking like perfect timing, no peaceful resolution, big happy changes. So yeah, I think it might be, but clarify, yes. The situation will not improve in the near future. Is it though? Is it a divine union? It's not the right time. There's no helpful people. Don't be assertive. I don't think it is. Is it a divine union? Get a yes or no, please. I don't think it is. Is it a divine union? I think it's a karmic. Spirit saying trust. There's trust somehow that's an issue here. Don't reconsider. Is it a twin flame? Is it a karmic partner? Start with me today. Alright, I can't see you guys because something just happened. But you can see me. Somebody comment and let me know you can see me, please. Can you comment? Okay. I'm going to keep going. I'm not going to stop. Alright. Is this a karmic partner? I'm having to reach for it, but it came out right. In the near future, they're not going to reconsider. It keeps saying the same thing. Is it a karmic partner? I don't know. It could go either way. I'm going to take the first answer I get, though. Is it a karmic partner? It might be different for all of you. No recovery. Not a year from now. You're not listening to your intuition. I think it could be different for all of you. All right, let's just look at what's going on with you. the collective, and don't worry about other people's perceptions, other people's ways of thinking. You need to listen to your own intuition about whether this is a karmic partner or a twin flame, because for some of you, yes, and for some of you, no. That's the feel that I'm getting. That's the vibe that Spirit is giving me. I'm gonna use this tarot today. I might use another one also, but I'm going to use the world. The world, Spirit. Why is the world here? Because the Knight of Swords and the world, y'all cannot make this up. The Knight of Swords, and it was clarifying by itself. When a major arcana is clarifying itself like that, it's set in stone. It's Spirit saying, I have taken over this situation, and that's how it's going to be. If Spirit says the world twice, that's something that's going to end. You have no control, and that's what we see. You have no choice. Why is the world here? Something's a significant chapter in your life is closing. And it's filling the blank. Spirit said it's different for all of you. Whatever's going on here that's ending is a cycle in your life. It's a chapter in your life. And it has something to do with getting older. Okay? It's over. Whatever happened here that you were involved in, it's over now. And it's different for all of you. Okay, what was the injustice? The injustice was somebody coming in real fast and with a truth about something. What was the truth? That this is a big disappointment. Something very disappointing happened, and it was an injustice. It was not your fault. You had no control over this. Somebody did you wrong. Somebody did you dirty. And somebody came in and said, this is what happened. And it may have even made you empty promises that they were going to do something. Clarify the Nine of Cups in reverse. Yeah. You came out of these illusions you had been in. You had been living in illusions and believing somebody was going to do something for you that they weren't. People were making empty promises to you, telling you they were going to do things that they had no intentions of doing. Okay, why is the Wheel here? Because of the Nine of Wands and the Three of Swords in reverse. Whatever happened to you here, it's going to cause a heavy, heavy situation that's going to bring you into a place of recovering from heartache. The Nine of Wands represents something heavy. Something real, real heavy that you have been you've been withstanding adversity for maybe since 1993, or for 12 months, 12 years, since I was 12 years old. I don't know. But you've been withstanding, it could be 39 or 3 to 9 months. I don't know. Cancer's here, Libra's here, Scorpio, Taurus, Leo, and Aquarius. Taurus, a lot of Taurus here. And we also have, and I think Taurus might be in Venus. I can't remember. Or Venus in Taurus, rather. Gemini is here twice. There's a strong Gemini vibe. And Gemini is bringing the heartache. Actually, Gemini is going to bring the recovery from heartache. What does this recovering from heartache and all this heavy shit look like? It looks like lessons that you didn't learn. It looks like you didn't learn your lesson. What was that about? Somehow you have not learned your lesson. So it's like you're a glutton for punishment here to move on. Move on and work. You're having to move on when it comes to your job. You may be having to get another job. And how's that going to turn out? You're burned out. You're burned out. You probably need to move on from your job because you're burned out. It's like, I hate my job. All right, so what's it going to look like when you get a new one? Woo! There's going to be a tower. Somebody's going to ruthlessly win here. You're going to have a haunting loss. The Empress is here in reverse. Oh my God. Y'all, this is not good. There's a Queen of Wands that's in reverse because of the Devil and the Ten of Swords. And this is going to cause a haunting loss. This looks like somebody's dying because of somebody else being determined that they have to win at all costs. Be careful. This is putting two women, an older woman and a younger woman, in a very bad position. What happened to the Queen of Wands? She lost her ability to take care of herself. Alright. What happened to the Empress? She was humiliated, but she was determined. And what's her outcome? She's going to have her legacy. She's going to keep her legacy intact. So what's the Ten of Swords? That's the world. This pain, this stabbing someone in the back over and over and over again, hurting them, punishing them for nothing, they haven't done anything wrong. Spirit said that's got to stop. That is what you need to start seeing correctly. You need to see the truth, and you need to stop punishing this person. This person had to move on from a job. They had no choice. And it's because they were burned out. They could have been sick. And they needed healing. Somebody was just determined they were getting rid of them. And you're realizing that this person had a very, very significant loss. They're terrified, or they something. This has been like the most destructive thing that could ever happen to somebody. The devil just came in and destroyed this person's life. This person has been destroyed by a Capricorn vibe. It could be, and for some of you, it could have been a literal death of a Leo female, or an Aries or Sagittarius female that could be dying or dead. They're no longer able to take care of themselves, and so this chapter is over. Alright, what do you have no choice about with that Lovers card up there? The Lovers is clarifying the Lovers, y'all. And Spirit said the High Priestess. So, you already know what there's no choice about. I don't have to tell you. Because you have the secret knowledge to the universe. Somebody here looks like maybe they've lost their job or they were fired, and you're realizing how sick this person is and how much the universe and the whatever, just life in general has really caused this person to go through hell. That Devil card in the way it's combined with these other cards is either a literal death, or it's the end of an era in somebody's life where they've been through nothing but hell. I don't know. For some of them, maybe they were into drugs, but I don't feel a drug vibe here. I feel like somebody was done unfairly. Hi, Cosmo. Somebody could fly to see you unexpectedly. Why is the moon in reverse? What are the illusions you saw through? Oh. That new love. So that new love, that's why it's not working out, because you're seeing through the illusions of it. That person, I don't think, had good... This person could have also lost a baby. For somebody, this could be the loss of a child. Get on my shoulder. Come on. Yeah. This was something that put you through sleepless nights. You're going to have no more sleepless nights. Show me the Ace of Cups, please. The Ace of Cups is somebody who maybe was spying on you. They had no commitment with you. They were keeping you a secret. So, what is going to be the outcome with the Magician? Somebody's going to have a fight. You're manifesting a conflict. Why is there a conflict here? Because of an emperor that won't stand in his power. Why is he not standing in his power? Because he needs to see the truth. And what's the truth he's not seeing? that this is senseless. It's a senseless risk. The wheel is coming. Oh my God. And you're manifesting instability and testing, being tested, and needing to let go. It's like you have no way to get there and you have to let go. The Chariot is in reverse and you have the Four of Pentacles in reverse. So you're not able to do something or go somewhere you really want to go. And this would be senseless anyway. And it's causing you to have some senseless risk that you took. You're fighting with an emperor over a senseless risk. I want to know more about the risk. What was the Eight of Cups? You're going to walk away from this. That's why it's ending. What was the senseless risk that they took? They were just being real slow. They were not really coming towards you. They were just telling you, I'm coming up with a plan. I'm coming up with a plan. I'm coming up with a plan. And they were deceiving you. They never had any intentions of coming up with a plan. Oh, I'll help you. All you have to do is call. I'll help you. Don't worry. We'll always be there for you. I can hear them now. And knowing damn well you already needed their help. Somebody has two different color eyes, or one of you has brown and one of you has like a real bright green, maybe a hazel. Might have a hazel, green, and brown eye. Yeah. This is a situation where somebody is in a bad place in life and Spirit's fixing to bring them out of that. And you, hey. We don't bite mama like that. We don't do that, okay? Come on. Get up here on my shoulder, like I told you. As long as you stay on my shoulder, you can stay. But you can't be mean, okay? Alright, now, let's look at what is possible here if we do something different. Because we always have free will, and our free will shape the outcome. And right now, it looks like you're not able to do a whole lot here. So you have to look at it from the right perspective. When you don't have any choice, then you have to understand that that's Spirit narrowing down your choices. Someone's going to give you peace, generosity, and you're going to have self-control. You're going to get control of yourself. Maybe that Queen of Wands is out of control, that Leo. It could be any fire sign, but the only one I have is Leo. So I'm thinking it may truly be a Leo. Let's see. What would your higher self say to you, whoever you are that I'm reading about? What would your higher self say to you is most important for you right now to know? Stop being mad. You're angry, and you need to stop being angry. All right, what else? You need anger management. I feel an anger management vibe here, but that anger is not helping. It's only making things worse. You need to stop being afraid. You're angry and you're afraid, and we saw that. Spirit wants you to have freedom. Spirit is trying to give you freedom. Your higher self is telling you, calm down. Stop being so fearful. Stop being so angry. You're going to get free. You're not going with the flow. You can overcome these obstacles. They're obstacles, sure. They're tough obstacles, yes. Are they impossible? Nothing. Listen to me. Nothing is impossible with God. The only thing God cannot do is fail. Did you hear me, collective? Alright, anything else your higher self needs you to know? I got something for you today. Something amazing is about to come into this collective. When that storm passes, when that tower comes out, somebody's going to realize that they were wrong here. because this person has been through hell and back, and there was nobody there for them. You are going to be so much stronger when you get on the other side of this. This is making you strong, and Spirit says you might feel alone, honey, but you are not alone. You guys make sure you're giving me likes, shares, subscribe, hype the video if you can. I appreciate so much the support that you showed me yesterday. You guys are amazing, and I love you so much. All right, somebody's got a lot of spiritual gifts going on. We saw you are a high priestess, and you already know what's unchangeable here and what you don't have any control over. There's no choice. What spiritual gifts are operating in this person's life, Spirit? Coins. You got money coming. You got money coming, and you got spirit guides watching over you. You also have your family. Your third eye is here, and there's that epiphany. You're going to have that tower moment. Why? Because your loved ones in spirit and an angel are here. What are they helping you with, this angel? Cosmo. Stop it. What are you being helped with? A job? No! Oh my God! Your house, collective! You're being helped with your house. Damn! Align your chakras. You have a blessing coming. One more time. Something is fixing to happen for you that you didn't think would ever happen for you. There's a card in the wrong deck. There's somebody that's dealing with health problems. So now we know it was either spiritual, mental, or physical health, or all of the above. Or it could have been an addiction. Somebody's having a baby, and it's really important that you get grounded this month. Because the change that's coming is going to require you to get out in nature and do some things in the yard, okay? Get out to the water, go into the woods, sit on the ground, whatever, put your hands in the earth, plant some flowers, whatever grounds you. But you are a phoenix that's rising, and you are at what I call rock bottom. You have hit rock bottom. The universe has put you at rock bottom. And I've been to rock bottom, and I know what it feels like. I'm actually there right now. Alrighty then. So now we see you are going to be fine, my dear. You're having health problems, and that has caused your life to feel like it's been turned into a hell. Angels, how are you helping this person? May I see, please? Woo, the angels are helping you, honey. One of them is kind of like a fill in the blank. I am co-creator with the universe. My awareness of divine knowledge is constantly expanding. Archangel Raziel, as the scribe of mystical secrets, I can help you fully understand at a soul level the cosmic principles necessary to manifest a magical life. And see, that's what you're doing on the bottom of the deck. It's manifesting a magical life. I am clear and focused on my life purpose. I confidently move forward toward my destiny. We can help you gain clarity on your purpose and guide you to move confidently and swiftly in the right direction. And see, right now, I think time is of essence for you because of whatever's going on with your house. And then we have, I trust that others' journeys are perfect for them, and mine is for me. I find happiness on my own path. Focus on your own dreams, express gratitude, then you will easily see all the signs we send to let you know we're here helping you. And then we have, my memory is perfect. I remember everything easily. Archangel Zadkiel, call upon me, the Archangel of Memory. When you need to increase your mental abilities, remember facts or release unhappy memories. The person with the head injury, Spirit is talking to you. Listen. Call upon me, the Archangel of Memory. When you need to increase your mental abilities, remember facts, or release unhappy memories. I think you're having trouble with your memory because of your head injury. Because I just got a head injury a couple months ago, and I am still struggling with my memory. So if you had a more severe head injury than I did, I flew in the air probably about 3 feet or 4 feet in the air over the dishwasher. I hit my leg and cut my leg open. Flew in the air over the dishwasher and landed on my forehead. My glasses got smashed into my face and got scratched all up. And I had to pull them out of my face. And instead of going to the doctor, I went to bed with a concussion. Stop it! Stop it! Now that is enough. You want to fight? You want to fight? I promise you won't win. Get your ass up here. Sorry about that. This bird, when I got him, was so damaged emotionally. As the archangel of communication, I can give you the perfect words for any conversation you need to have. Somebody wants to have a conversation, and I express my truth with grace and love. I communicate with confidence and clarity. He's come a long ways, but Cosmo has had a lot of damage because he's been abandoned so many times by his owners. Intentionally or not, it doesn't matter. He was abandoned, and birds mate for life. And so now he's trying to accept that I'm not going anywhere, but it's very hard for him to trust that because he's not been shown that so far in life. Okay, now I'm going to give you one more thing, and then, oh wait, there's a card on the floor. Hold the phone. You're going to set priorities. You're going to get your priorities in line when it comes to your money. Your money is about to get finally straightened out. I think the problem here is you've been having financial struggles, and we're going to finally see some progress in the area of money. Let's look at that. Spirit, what is the progress we're going to have when it comes to money? Because generosity is here. May I see, please? You're on the right path. You're not using your voice. You're not growing up. And you need to come up with a strategy. Strategy. Did you hear the way I just spoke to Cosmo? Somebody needs to start talking to their children about growing up. Or somebody who's acting childish. Somebody's on the right path and they have a strategy. But they're not talking to somebody about needing to grow up. What do they need to say? Because you see how I just got Cosmo in line. Okay. They're, instead of saying what they should say, this is why they're being childish, okay? There's no teacher, a counselor, and retail. Going slow. Okay. So people are talking about you. That's why they're being childish. So what are these childish people saying? It could be your children. What are they saying? They're creeping, and they're trying to see if you have a third party, a love triangle going on. Multiple lovers, multiple choices. So they're creeping to see if you have another lover. What's the truth? They can't talk shit because you're not crying over you. I'm not crying over you. Don't talk shit to me because I'm not crying over you. I'm not sad, I'm not hurt, and I'm not upset. And look, I've been giving you money. What else is the truth? That you're a spiritual hater because of something that happened with child services. And you use scarcity tactics. So, what's going to be the outcome here? Somebody's going to be clout hungry, say anything and make shit up to be dramatic. But they can't steal your creativity. Outcome of their clout hungry. This person is so childish. They're going to have bad karma. And you're not even worried. You're not going to be haunted by this. Their bad karma is not going to be your bad karma. It's theirs. You don't have to worry about it. And they have no photo proof of something. They're interested, though. They have no photo proof. Okay. Oh, wow. This is a wild reading. Wild reading. There's some real childish people in your life that you need to get in check, get them out of your life. There's just no point in having that kind of nonsense in your life. All right, I do want to look at something though, because I'm not sure. It kind of wasn't clear. Maybe it's different for all. But is there new love coming for the collective? Or is the collective's new love? Are they the new love coming towards somebody? Or is there new love coming somehow here? I saw there was a baby. That could be the new love. Is there new love coming? Improving health. You don't believe it, but your health is going to improve. Alright. What does that have to do with new love? Are they coming? Somebody's going to take action within the next few months. So it looks like, yeah, they're not reconsidering. What do you mean? Are they coming? There will be a peaceful resolution. Perfect timing. Can I get a yes or no? I'll let it go. Okay, for some of us it's yes. That's what I thought. Remain positive. Choose a new direction. Yes. Yes. I got yes, yes, and no. So for most of us, yes. For some of us, no. Yes, the romance is here. So for some of us, yes, but for some of us, no. So I'm going to ask, am I going to have new love coming for me? Meditation brings answers. Let go. I'm not asking any further because I can ask Spirit. I don't need the cards. I can talk to Spirit and meditate and get the answers. All right. So, for those who have new love coming, how does this person feel about them? They're hoping that you're their fantasy, their dream. All right. How do you feel about them? They're divine masculine, and it's time. So you feel like they're divine masculine and it's time, and they're hoping that you'll be their fairy tale, their fantasy, and they fantasize about you. They're no longer going to avoid this. If you're one of the ones that's got new love coming, it looks like it's your divine masculine. So either you've not met them yet or they're coming back. And then what's going to happen between these two? There's going to be some confusion. This is where the I don't know if they're my twin flame part comes in. What's the confusion? They need to stop having so much pride. Their pride is causing them to be confused, and they're not keeping their promises. So what's going to be the outcome? They're going to pretend. Remember they were pretending? This is where it begins right here. The whole story you just heard is about this new love. And it's divine masculine. You're hoping that he'll be your fantasy. But he's confused because of his pride. And he's been pretending. What's the truth about his pretending? The truth is that they're getting clarity that they only want you. Something is happening, but they're having to say goodbye for some reason. Maybe to somebody else. Are they going to realize it's only you? There's going to, not only that, they're going to say they're sorry because you're unconditionally loving to them. This person's coming back. Your divine masculine is coming back. And I think they've been confused, but they're going to apologize. Somebody's going to be very generous. There's going to be peace, and they're going to practice self-control. Okay, I think we are going to let that be it. Can anybody comment on the... I know Cosmo's reading cards. He's trying. Hey, Julie. You want to help me out, baby? Can you help me with moderating today? You want to get me a list together while I go take a little break and put Cosmo up? Because he's driving me crazy. And I'll be back in just a minute. Let me get a trinket real quick. Alright, I got a paper clip. You might work in an office or you do something with paperwork. I got a pendulum, a star, an angel, a dream catcher, a marble, A ghost. Somebody may have been ghosted. Stop. A palm tree. There's a card reader, and there's your protection, hand of Fatima. And then we have that heart with the hole, with the keyhole. You got to have the key to get into that heart. Just anybody ain't getting into that heart. I can tell you that right now. Come here. Come here. Come on. I'll be back in just a minute. Yeah, see if anybody is here that wants a reading, and if not, y'all can just click off. I do want to tell you, though, that I will be back tonight at about 10:30 p.m. or 11 o'clock p.m. with another reading for my friends in India and on the other side of the world who are maybe in bed right now. So, no worries. I'm going to have you another reading, okay? If anybody wants a reading, you need to let Julianne know. And if not, when I come back, I'll just cut the video off. I love you guys. Thank you for being here. You guys are amazing. Thank you for all of your support. The support that you showed me yesterday blew me away. If you haven't liked the video and you're still here, please like it before you leave and share the video and subscribe to the channel. I'll be right back. Thank you, Julianne. If there's no questions, you guys can go ahead and go, and I'll just cut it off when I get back. Thank you. I love you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Has anybody left or did everybody leave? Okay, there's a few of you left. Okay, great. All right, Julianne, whenever you're ready, tell me who's to go. Hey, Razia. I see you're on the list, Razia. Listen carefully when we call your name, okay? So you hear your reading. Bright Future, you're up. Julianne's calling for Bright Future. Post your question, please. Yes, ma'am. Absolutely, Razia. Is there a new meaningful connection coming my way? And what is the energy of this person? All right, let's ask Spirit. We're going to shuffle them up a little bit. Within the next few months, meditation will not bring answers. I don't know why, unless Spirit's just knowing that you're not going to do meditation. I don't know. Be assertive. Meditation will bring answers. So maybe Spirit's saying if you would meditate, then you would get answers on your own. Okay. And a year from now, meditation brings answers. In the next 30 days, is there a meaningful connection coming for Bright Future for me? Can I see, please? No. You're not listening to your intuition. And you don't believe it. And that's part of the problem. If you don't believe that there's a new connection coming for you, there won't be, because you're going to manifest whatever you believe. So it's important that you change your thinking right now. You need to have positive thinking about someone that would love you. You need to start almost fantasizing about what it would be like to have the perfect partner and how they would look, and just right down to the smallest detail what your first date would look like. Okay, and if you would do that, what would happen in the next 30 days, Spirit? Would there be somebody new? Or let's say in the next 3 months, if they will change their thinking, will there be somebody new? In the next, let's say 3 to 6 months, because I'm still getting a no. You're going to really have to work on that thinking, baby. Is there somebody new going to come if she changes her thinking within the next 3 to 6 months? Don't ask your angels. Be assertive. It's not the right time. You need to choose a new direction. So we're asking the wrong question. I kind of thought. Is somebody from her past coming back? You need to be more assertive, too. You need to put yourself out there. It's like you're not getting around enough people. It looks like you might have some success if you'll change the way you think and you'll put yourself out there. If she changes her thinking and puts herself out there, will this new person come towards Bright Future? Reconsider. No recovery. You're not ready. So there's something you need to get healing about. There's a need for healing. What is the healing that's needed here? May I see, please? You think love is the answer and that you're incomplete without it. Okay. Boop. Stop right there. And that you shouldn't be so demanding. You might be a little demanding. You might come across as being like almost desperate. Baby, love is not the answer. Okay? Love won't solve your problems. You need to work on being independent. And you want someone who completes you, but you need to be whole on your own. That's why you're not getting anybody. The universe wants you to be complete and to understand that love is not going to fix your problems, because you're going to just have problems in your relationship. If they would, okay, now, and don't be demanding, don't come across as being desperate, because men are not attracted to desperate women. All right, if this person will get this healing, will they find no need to worry, no recovery, okay? If they'll get this healing they need and realize that love is not the answer, will they attract somebody new, recovery, communicate? Okay. If they'll get whatever healing they need, because there might be more healing. Let's see. Is there any more healing? Holding on, feeling like needing rescuing, and some insecurities. You have some insecurities you need to deal with that are very, very deep in your subconscious. You have a lot of insecurities, and don't rush this. You must release old ties in order to have a new, fresh start with someone new. So there's still somebody from your past you're holding on to, maybe. Or you're just holding on to the way those relationships played out. You are waiting for love to save you, but you must stop waiting and start looking. You need to look for your own answers. You need to rescue yourself. And you have to deal with those insecurities. Work on building your confidence and feeling safe in your relationship. So in these relationships, when you get in a relationship, what Spirit is indicating to me is that you're very insecure in a relationship, and that is not attractive to a person. Whoever you are with, if you're insecure, you'll be jealous. You'll have all kinds of you'll be even paranoid, suspicious, clingy. So many things that can be, you can't be insecure. You've been insecure in the past, I think, also. And it's caused you problems in your relationship. But you got to stop feeling like love can be the answer. If this person can get all this healing work in the next month, will someone move towards them? It's up to you if you want romance. You need to learn how to trust. But it is possible. This is all possible for you. But it's up to you. And you have to do the healing. And there may be even more underneath. We might need to keep looking at the healings that you need to get done. But yeah, there can be a new love. And show me how that new love is going to, when she finally heals, how will the new love be? A lot of chemistry. It's just not right. It's not the right time. Because right now you need to be whole before you get into a relationship. Because you need to bring a whole healed person to a whole healed person. Or you're going to, guess what? Attract what you are. You're going to have a hot freaking mess. A hot freaking mess. Okay. How will they feel about her when she's whole and she understands her worth and she's healed? And baby, let me say this. We're all in this together. All of us have healing. I have healing that I need to do. There's no shame in Spirit showing you what you need. You can go to other readers and you can hear what you want to hear. But when you come to this channel, Spirit wants you to be healed and whole. That's what makes this channel different from any other reader on YouTube. This is about us getting our healing together. I'm getting mine just like you're getting yours. I am not above you. We are on the same level. You may even be more gifted spiritually than I am. For real, for real. Because the people that are drawn here, Spirit told me when I opened this channel that this would be a place for people to come to get what they needed so they could go back out and continue to give. To get refilled so they could give. Okay. Once this person's healed, what will this person they attract feel for them? They won't want to let you go. They will never want to change. They won't ever want to say goodbye to you. What else will they feel? There's an apology here. They might feel like you say you're sorry too much and you need to stop that. Or this could be somebody from your past coming back that didn't keep a vow, that didn't keep a promise. This could be somebody who left in the past and they want to come back and apologize. And how will that work out? This person adores you. This person's addicted. They're going to come back to you when they're clean, purified. They could have had some kind of addiction, or they could have just been addicted to you. But there's going to be someone who's very pure. That they're going to look at you as somebody that's got this addiction. I don't know what. Clarify that. Okay, I think it is some kind of addiction because somebody is not seeing. They have clouded judgment, and it's like, I've reached my limit with you. And they're going to come back and say, I'm sorry, I left you, and you've been alone. I'm no longer conflicted. How do they feel, though, underneath of all that? Like you guys have differences and you're incompatible. Why do they feel that way? Because of being receptive. Their heart needs to be opened. And you've been chasing. Will it? That's where that emotional whirlwind, the storm is coming in. Outcome once that passes. Beauty is here and a resentment in time. So this person has a resentment and they need some time, but they do think you're beautiful and that there's a lot of chemistry. I think you have somebody from your past that is trying to come in. Remember, it said you have to let go of your past. Your old person is coming through. Until you let them go, I can't find out what the new person would feel. I tried, though. I don't think that was you. I think that was them. Or it could have been just you being obsessed with whoever they were and wanting them to come back because it looked like you were chasing them. It was a relationship. It wasn't necessarily an addiction. It could have just been like, it was called infatuation. Like somebody was infatuated. That's a hard thing. And I used to work from home and I never left the house. And if you never leave the house, you're never gonna find anybody. But you have quite a bit of healing also that needs to be done, and you need to release that ex I was just reading for. I hear that all the time from people, but it's coming out in your energy. And it could be that they haven't released you. I could have it backwards. Razia, it's your turn. Razia. Razia Bejam. I don't know how to say that. You want to know if Merced's going to marry you? Okay. The other day it said yes. He's going to marry you, but I'll ask again, okay? Is Merced still planning on marrying Razia? Is Merced still planning on marrying Razia? I'm getting sleepy for some reason. Are you sleepy, Razia? Are you up late? I'm going to be back in the morning. When Kailash gets up, he's going to let me know he's up, and I'll be back. It'll be morning for you and nighttime for me, so I'm going to go take a nap so I can stay up late tonight. Thank you for all the likes. All right, is Merced going to marry? That's a lot of cards. I'm not taking that many. Is Merced going to marry? Ask your angels, not in the near future. You're not ready. Okay, but is he going to in the far-off future? Peaceful resolution and forgiveness came out. But right now, it's time for something else. If she gets healing, will he marry her? It's up to you. Don't stop, okay? Right now, you need the situation to improve a little bit before this happens. Let me see what your healing is, because it looks like Spirit's revealing some healing for us today. What does Razia need healing for? For her to get married? You also feel like love is the answer. Love is not the answer. You have the solution to your own problems. You don't need somebody to rescue you, okay? Okay. And you also can be demanding. You might come across as desperate to men, and you don't want to come across as desperate to him because that's a turnoff, okay? That's going to just be a turnoff for him. How do you not F yourself, okay? We're finally getting to the core of what's going on with you. How does she not F herself? But see, Spirit won't reveal things until you're ready. Spirit said, get a reading and validate your past. And release your expectations around money. So you might think that having a man would solve your money problems. You need to realize that you did the best you could. And also music is very healing for you. There's music that you can hear that will help heal you. Maybe certain vibes that you can listen to. Those frequencies. And Spirit's saying to get a reading. So maybe you need to get a one-on-one reading with me. When Kailash is here, talk to him about that if you're interested, okay? All right. And if you need him to translate, he can also be involved in the reading, and we can do a three-way call. That's up to you, okay? It would just be the three of us. All right. Was there somebody else? Okay. Will I get the referral for help I requested this next week? Is this going to help me on my different levels? Okay. Will she get that referral? Will she get the referral? Recovery, and it's not up to you. Will she get the referral, though? It looks like you're going to get recovery. Improving health and recovery. It looks like you might get it. It looks like it's going to help. Something's going to help. Is she going to get the referral? And if so, is it going to help recovery? Helpful people. It looks like you might. Is she going to get this referral, and is it going to help? You haven't been meditating about it. Spirit said stop. I'm going to ask one more time and then I'm going to stop. In the near future, an unlikely came out. You need to meditate to get answers for some reason. You might be going in the wrong direction. My elbow's itching for some reason. Was there anybody else? Will it help with her career and physical? Or will it help with her career and work? Within the next few months? Perfect timing. Right now the situation's not going to improve, but in the next few months it looks like it will. Can you tell me a yes? So don't compromise. Improving health. And not a year from now. So if you don't compromise, your health's going to improve and it won't be a year from now. And that's just Spirit giving me the message. I didn't ask that question, but sometimes you're worried. That's why Spirit said this. It's like you had another question you didn't ask, but it was there. McFreeze, did you want me to ask a question for you, baby? My phone is blowing up. Hang on one second. I have a job interview for a job I was offered next Wednesday at 2 o'clock. So hopefully that'll help me survive until I can get disability. Thank you, Mom. I love you. I got a 45-day foreclosure notice yesterday on my house. Oh, wow. I'm so sorry. It looks like you're going to have improving health for that. And it won't be a year from now, so it's going to be less than a year. But don't compromise and don't worry, okay? I'm sorry that happened to you. Oh, exploitation is so hard. I hate people that do that. I'm sorry. Does anybody else have any more questions? I have one for Spirit. Holy shit! I didn't think so. Now I gotta find out why I'm not ready. Now y'all get to see my shit. Alright, why am I not ready? It might be him that's not ready, honestly, because I think I am. I might not be that. Oh, he might want sex only. Okay. Or I don't think it's me, because I don't, that's not me. Okay. He's not ready for me. He's got to get ready for me. Yeah. I am feeling that there's no good ones. That's me. That was my energy. I know my energy. All right. What is it that's not ready? For some reason, you're not ready. Self-neglect. You are neglecting your own needs in relationships. Practice self-care. And don't have any fear of cheating. I don't know if that's me or not. It could be. I don't like to ask for help, and I don't like anybody taking care of me. That is neglecting yourself, too. When you don't let somebody give as much as you give, that's kind of like neglecting yourself. Because sometimes people want to be generous, and they want to be kind, and they want to do for you what they can. I don't know. I don't know. Alright, y'all. I want to ask one more question. You're welcome. Somebody's going to reconsider going a new direction in the next few months, and it has something to do with romance and no helpful people. And the romance is even in reverse. This is all up to me. Okay, well, what might be my outcome if I do the right thing? If I follow your guidance and I do what I'm supposed to do. There's something better. Success. Peaceful resolution. Stop. Okay. Opportunity. I'm going to have some kind of opportunity. Everything here is up to me. Let me ask one more thing. I can't get answers unless I'm filming for myself. Because I have to take whatever comes out. And I can't be like, oh, that might not have, you know. You know how you do when you're a reader. Alright, talk to me about what I'm asking, Spirit, when it comes to this gentleman that I met. I asked if he was real and if he was sincere. Or if he was, you know, like a fake. And it said he was not a phony. That he was real. Which surprised me, but I thought he was. But they're so convincing sometimes. But it did say he was who he says he is. Okay, but he lives at a distance, and I don't know how I feel about that. I'm not moving where he lives. I shouldn't say stuff like that though. He's going to be the one that works out. This man is really successful. Look. It's almost like I don't know how to accept love anymore because it's been so long since I've had it. But he does. He's going to be the one that's successful if I will let him love me. But I have to learn how to let somebody love me again. And that song, I don't know if you've heard it or not, Teach Me How to Love Again. That's one of my favorite songs. Because it's going to take a man to be patient with me. I've been celibate for a long time. That in itself is something that you have to be patient with. Because it's like starting all over again. And it's something that you want to make sure that the person is sincere. And they're not just trying to use you for sex. And I think that that's always a question in my mind when men know that about me. Let's pull some dice. Whoever's left or whoever sees this on the replay. People see it on the replay a lot. Hey, Claire. We have North Node, number 3, TWHMCCF. That's my freaking initials. I lost one of our dice yesterday, and it was the one with the astrological signs on it. Whoops. I'm wondering if it went under this chair. I need to clean my house out, but my daughter came over here and dropped off all her furniture when she moved out of her apartment and moved back in with my mom. Oh, I don't know. I don't know if I'll be able to find it anytime this year. This place is a nightmare. But when she did that, my barn got filled up, so now I can't get any of the junk out of my house. And if this guy is going to be my roommate, I got to clean his room out because I've got paper towels where I buy them in bulk. I've got them stacked up in there. So the astrological dice is missing. I'm sorry, you guys. I will try to find it, but for right now, I don't have it. One more time. JAF. P is on top of everything. It's like P is on top of everything. Mercury, FTHR, number 1. And we saw that Gemini was involved here. KPILMJN, number 1. North Node. It's like you're moving into your life purpose. TNDTVOJ, Mercury, number 8. Wow, that blows my mind that he's the one that's sincere. GZJPWOC, number 11, and the Sun. But with the app that we met on, both of us came off of the app and we started talking to each other because we really had a lot in common. And we were talking about like stuff that you would really talk about. It wasn't all that bullshit AI. I love you. And he's not like falling in love with me or making me any promises. Of course, Claire. How have you been? I'm just saying, hey, I'm getting ready to close. What's up, Claire? You been doing okay, honey? Okay. Hang on, this is my mom. They should not get away with what they've done. Okay, sorry about that. I think Claire left. I think it's just me and you, and I'm sorry I made you wait. My mom's trying to help me with my house. And she will. My mom's not going to let me lose my home. But that's not the concern. We want to make sure that I can sustain myself. Because her bailing me out one time that's not the solution. That's just her being kind and generous, like we saw the generosity show up. But she was saying she was sorry that I had to leave her house and that she did not understand why they had to be so hateful to me. And I don't know either, but one day they're going to realize I'm gone. And they're going to regret being hateful to me. But they're going to have a whole lot of videos showing how much I loved them. I'll be back tonight. I love you guys. Namaste.